Hone's been around for over 50 years now. One of the main things that we've always focused on is finding meaningful employment opportunities for people living with disability. That's not always been something that's been available in our local community. And one of the key clients that we have is Vision Australia, and they partner with us not out of charity, but out of the fact that we have proven results each and every time. We deliver on time, with the correct orders, and if there are ever any errors, we're very quick with our transactions being very open and our communication being very honest with them.
Before CartonCloud, we were doing 50 picks a day. We've gone up to 180. At peak season, we've hit 300 picks in one day, which was unheard of before. If you compare the 50 picks to 300 picks, we've taken on 3 extra customers since then. So it's bottom line. We've also added a new customer that has cosmetics, which is all serial numbers and batch numbers. First in, first out, stock that has to be removed from the shelf because of the expiry dates, which is something that we could never have done before out of a book. So the system has allowed for that. Our latest customer is FurFresh, and they supply pet food to major pet suppliers in Australia. They were using CartonCloud before. When the lady heard that we had CartonCloud, her eyes just lit up. I know the system, it's reliable, and I think that was a big selling point in getting that extra customer on.
Vision Australia is one of the biggest clients that we have. Their orders are about 160 plus, sometimes less depending on the week. And when we hit a big period with them towards the end of the year, they sell calendars. We can get up to, 1,000 to 2,000 orders just from that one drop over those 3 months. When Vision Australia does drop that big amount of orders, the other smaller clients we have are just going to get lost in that. So definitely using the filter feature helps, because we can search for that specific customer, make sure that, we're getting their orders out. A typical day for us using CartonCloud, one of our supervisors will come in the morning and print all of our sales orders from CartonCloud, give them to our pickers, and then we use our scanner and the CartonCloud app to scan in all of our items onto the sales orders. Then it goes to our computer operators who use CartonCloud and Auspost to process the orders. And then one of us will take a photo and it'll upload directly to the sales order. And then the labels are put on the packaging and put into the cage to go to Australia Post. What surprises me about using CartonCloud is its ease of use. I used to work in a different 3PL when I was younger, and I found their system to be very hard to navigate. But with CartonCloud, I managed to pick up everything quite quickly.
At first it was a little difficult, but after a little while of using the system, I found myself more confident. It took about a few weeks until I got used to the flow. It's similar to what I studied in TAFE last year.
CartonCloud makes my day better by just being very simple and easy to use, especially the dashboard, being able to see how many orders we have for the day, any purchase orders that we need to receipt in. Also gives us a rundown of how many orders we did achieve to complete the day before.
Vision Australia and Medtronic, biggest expectations is simplicity and traceability. There's a recall, which actually has happened recently. There was a main concern of how they're going to trace every item that went out. CartonCloud has allowed us to have a scanning system that records every barcode, every serial number. So it was just as easy as dumping a spreadsheet and sending it to the customer. Before CartonCloud, it was basically a nightmare. Everything was run off a spreadsheet and out of a book. Before I could guarantee my customer their count, we had to physically go out into the floor, pull the pallets down, do a count. It's so much simpler now. We can just run the report and it's accurate.
Now that we know that it's really easy, we can get bigger customers.
Watching my team develop their skills across the board is very satisfactory. It just gives you the sense of accomplishment that they can achieve something that they think that they can't.
We would love to be the main employer for people with disabilities and making sure that they have equal opportunities in the workplace across Sydney.